lymphatic drainage. You all, of course, know the anatomy of the lymphatic system, right? Yes, perfectly. So remember that here the lymph flow drains into the left subclavian vein and accordingly into the right subclavian vein. That's why the main collectors in this region are the pectoral muscles. So in this region the thoracic duct already passes by the chest in the mediastinum area. And here the diaphragm acts as the collector. That's precisely why our primary and most crucial task in the chest area is to effectively relieve the accumulated tension from the pectoral muscles and subsequently to gently but thoroughly pump the specific region where the vital lymphatic system ultimately drains into the main bloodstream. And in this region our goal is to improve the mobility of the chest so that the respiratory function is performed efficiently and accordingly so that lymph is pumped during breathing. So how do we do this? Basically, we can use a combination of techniques, both stroking and rubbing the chest, yes, after applying oil. So here you can use various stroking techniques and remember the articulations in the chest area, right? We make them more mobile here in this region. You can do it. Maybe not exactly with your forearms, but you remember this, right? Like this. This way, we are effectively working with the chest muscle group, right then? Next. Here we have the pectoralis minor, but we can't really reach it here. The pectoralis minor is really only crucial when it comes to the bust, strictly speaking. So, as you may recall, we also perform articulation on the chest area. Next, we will discuss the crucial aspect of lymph flow, specifically the primary lymphatic vessel known as the thoracic duct. This vital duct originates just a little bit to the left of the navel, precisely where the lymphatic ducts from the legs converge and merge together in this particular anatomical area, which is located within the upper part of the pelvis. Then here it slightly widens, forming what's called the cisterna chyli in many people, and then the diaphragm disappears and it enters the chest cavity. So, by thoroughly rubbing and softening the area at the bottom of the rib cage right from the costal arch, we thereby improve the condition of the diaphragm because this is exactly where it attaches at the arch area. Next, the abdominal area. Here, in principle, the largest amount of lymph is concentrated. That is, more than half of all the lymph in the body is here. Lymph actively participates in transporting heavy molecules, such as during digestion, into the blood, because blood capillaries do not absorb heavy molecules. And accordingly, most of our organs are surrounded by a network of lymph nodes. Here in principle, there is a lot of lymph because the activity of the organs is also connected to protein metabolism, among other things, and this is important for the organs themselves. So basically we can effectively work on this specific area in various and diverse ways. Accordingly, we can, for example, gently and carefully slightly bend the legs, which helps to expose the belly more fully, and then proceed to do all sorts of smooth, continuous rolling movements, much like this, yes. That is, we're kind of imitating the rolling of a plate. And here, very gently, unobtrusively, using the rolling technique, maybe just a little bit like this. We gently nudge the contents of the belly upward. This particular method is indeed one of the established techniques, yes, and it is typically performed on the forearms, specifically in that area. The second option for working on the forearms is when we don't do all this vigorous stroking, but instead we gently and carefully take the legs and slowly bend them. We bend them so that, as you can see, we get a right angle, like this. In this position everything is quite stable. Can you see? Everything is going well. I don't need any help. I'll move the legs together anyway. See, like this? So we should have freedom of movement. Next, we gently hug under the armpits and place the hand on the stomach. And when our pulse goes, the hand rolls along. You can do this, synchronizing it with inhaling and exhaling, or with your hand. Take a deep breath and exhale smoothly. Breathe in deeply once again and hold it, and exhale. At the same time, we can adjust by leaning a little to this side for more or to that side for more. Is that clear? There you go. So in this way, we're kind of working the abdominal cavity. We've worked the abdominal cavity. There you go. See how the tummy has become so slim, more
model-like, very much so. If not even more so.
So next, into this available and open free space, we carefully direct the lymphatic fluid from the lower sections of the body. So why exactly do we need to completely empty the entire lymphatic system? That's absolutely right. Because by completely emptying the main lymphatic channels, we actually significantly increase the overall absorption capacity of the entire lymphatic system.